Hello, welcome back to another episode. This is the first run from the one we did on Sunday. 2 times 15 minutes. It's a freebie, so you can't moan. I did try and book a sort of dead slot where there weren't many people attending, but we had 10 people booking just after me, so didn't quite get what I wanted, but we're here and let's put some laps in. So you probably seen from the video yesterday, that was the second run, so the guys around me improved a bit on the second run. The first run they were fresh as anything, so we're just going to try and get a bit of practice in for the 50 lap races, because you get a mixed group of people in the 50 lap races. This is by no means practicing for the indoor championship, because let's face it, you ain't going to get karters like this in an indoor championship. I have got some grid members events to put on. I've got four sessions to put on over the next week, so I'm going to get them on, and then that'll give you some contrast between a normal session at Team Sport and the grid member session, because the grid member session, they're a lot better, they're a lot faster. You don't get none of this, what you've just seen there, you don't get none of that. The karts are going too fast, they'll be going around people like that. But to watch, I think they're pretty boring to watch if you ask me, the grid members events, because not a lot goes on. Everyone's really well behaved and there's no crashes, there's no bumping on purpose. There we go, there's just a standard yellow flag for the first session, just to get the guys used to slowing down for the yellows. But yeah, you know, you don't get none of that. It's just a straight 15 minutes. You hardly get any yellow or red flags in a grid member session. Pretty boring to watch sometimes, but for the driver, from my perspective, it's brilliant, because you just get pure 15 minutes of track time where you can just absolutely go nuts and do whatever, you know, sort of really push yourself and get them times. And you're around people as well that are doing the same, so if you think your line's slightly off, or you know, if you notice some other grid members are pulling away on a certain corner, then you know that's a corner you can definitely work on and to get your skid up around the track. So but we're not here for that today. We'll speak about the grid members one when we next get on it. Today we're just racing today. We're just gonna, in this session, we're not gonna worry too much about the lap times. I'm here just for the overtakes, and it is only practice for 50 lap races. I just want to make that clear. You can't practice for a championship with people that are doing less than average laps, because it looks really cool on video that you're just flying past these people like you're in a different kart to them, but in reality it's not. It's easy pickings and there's not much skill involved in it. But I do get in the way of you a little bit, and on a 50 lap race, I tell you what, they make 50 lap races, these slower guys. I've been to a few now where you've got a group of say 6 fast people, and then a couple of people sort of doing lap average, it's about 44 around Coventry, and then you've got some total newbies. You know, you've got people that have never touched a go-kart in their life, and they just make it so much more interesting on a 50 lap race, because you've got the contrast of all them different skills, and it's hard trying to go fast when somebody is right up your bumper, and you can feel them on every corner. They give you a little knock, you know they're there, and then you can see the slow karts coming up front, and you're just thinking, please don't slow me down, please don't get in my way. And you just got to try and get past them efficiently, keeping one eye behind you at the same time, and making sure you haven't slowed down and let second place through, or whoever's behind you. I think it's definitely a skill, and it's definitely one that needs practicing. If you want to win 50 lap races, if you've entered a few and you haven't won, but your lap times are good, it's probably the way you're handling the traffic, and that's what this video is about. It's all about picking off guys like him. See, we're approaching him now. I don't get any skids out, it makes it really easy, but yeah, and you can see just the speed you're approaching some of these people at. And give him a little knock, I didn't really mean to do that. He skidded out and darting towards me. Not really a clean overtake, that one. Nothing to be proud of. But that's what these are for. These are the conditions you get in a 50 lap race, and if you want to win, you got to practice. You can't just enter them and win. I mean, I did it once on my first one, but I think I got lucky. That was a nice move around the outside. It's sort of, the move's not that brilliant, the kart's going really slow. What is brilliant is picking the right side to go on, because these guys, they don't look. They don't look. They're not that clued up, they're just there to have fun and a bit of a laugh. So, you know, they're not looking behind them every couple of corners like I am to see if anyone's catching me up, and you know, they're just not aware. They haven't got that awareness yet. I'm sure they'll get it if they keep coming, but if they're just coming for a party, then it's probably not going to happen. So this guy skids out. I didn't mean to hit him. I put my hands up, and then he's crashed into the tyres anyway. So yeah, you know, everyone's got their own skill. I'm not going to beat on people that have only just come for their first or second time. And, you know, I wasn't fast my first or second time. I had people overtaking me left, right and centre. Or I was coming in, you know, didn't have my own clothes, I had all the team sport gear, but yeah, fell in love with it, and I sort of got what I need and got the camera and sort of rolling and going for it. So we're coming up to start a lap. Might try and get a fast one in here. I always like to just get a banker lap in. I don't like coming last. I know I said I'm only doing overtakes, but I still don't like coming last, so I still will try and get a fast lap in. I think my fastest on this one was at 42.1, which ain't brilliant. It's not something I shout out about. It's quite quick at 42.1. It's, you know, it's not slow by any means, but it's not the best. So we're just approaching this guy. Decided to go down the inside this time. That one, you can go two ways on that corner depending on what the kart's doing and how close you are to them. That one, it was better to go up the inside and take the apex off him so he can come back. It's always a risk though, that they don't see and they come back on. Yeah, going around the outside of him, he's just going too slow. You know, you can really call that an overtake. If there's a faster person, there's no way that move would have happened. And it looks fantastic on camera, but if you know a little bit, and you guys obviously do because you're watching my videos, then you know it's not that amazing. It's not as amazing as it looks. Again, yellow flag comes out, that's why we slowed down. Didn't really want to steal the place off the lad on the yellow flags, but we've gone straight back to green, and we're not racing, it's just a time trial, so the placing doesn't really matter. It wasn't unintentional. I don't usually go past people on yellows. It was a weird scenario, that one. So again, we're not going to get a flying lap, I don't think. There's too many karts on there, but we're getting plenty of practice overtaking some of these slower guys. And again, it's not the skill, it's more judging where are they going to go. Are they going to skid out on that corner, which he did, and he come back at me? So hold it round the outside, hold your ground. So I let him go then, because I thought, yeah, he's going to cut across. But if you cut across there, you always go out wide like he just did, so it was pretty much in the bag by then. I was just waiting for him to make his mistake. And again, you can't do that with a member, because a member's not going to make that mistake. You are going to have to stick to the bumper. So a little nudge then. Yeah, and we slowed down a bit. And again, we're taking it out wide, because we know they're going to always go out wide on that corner. If you flick it in, take the inside line, it's a short distance, you're travelling faster, and that equals an overtake. So a bumper with this guy. Decided, I had a little look down the inside then, but couldn't make it happen. Got the inside here. He sort of turned into me, so I let him go. I know he's going to come out wide on this corner. Oh, I really don't. Might have been a double lap. He definitely knows I'm there. He's seen me. He's seen me coming and he squeezes me into the barrier. Guys, if I say it 100 times. If you're squeezing a car into a barrier, it's usually too late to block the overtake. The overtake is happening. It's too late to block it. So I let all the guys go back in front, and again these guys are just everywhere. So I decided to let them go. I've had a couple of knocks of them now, and I'm conscious in my head, thinking I don't want to get a black flag. I rarely get black flags. I've had one, and I've had over 100 races at Team Sport. I've had one black flag. I don't like getting on. It's, you know, it's nothing big or proud to get black flag, and I generally think to get black flagged in a 15-minute session as a member is ridiculous. If you're getting black flagged in a 15-minute session, you're ridiculous. You know, there's no need for it. You're not fighting for places. You know, the occasional bumps happen when people slow down unexpectedly, or they skid unexpectedly and lose a lot of speed. Yeah, it happens. But sometimes the marshals, they don't pick up on that. They just hear a bang and turn around and see someone in a tyre wall, and yeah, it's just assumed that you've pushed them in there sometimes. So sometimes on these, it's best just to stay away from them. But so they were grouped up. I've let them race their little race now, and they've sort of unpicked themselves from the group they were in, which is great for me. To come along now and just pick them off one by one on the next lap or two. See this guy again, tries to cover it again, but I'm more up the side of him this time. I even went for the lap. That's just me. So yeah, picked him off. Next two just down, going down a down ramp now. Really want to catch them. Really want to get them quick. Slight kick of oversteer, and they're still in the group of three that they were in before, but just hope we can find a way through this time. And they're all knocking each other. Tried to have a little look down the inside, weren't having it. He's seen me, knows I'm there. Which way are we going to go? We're going to let him skid out, I think. There we go. That wider line don't work, lads. It just doesn't work. The guy gets well out of the way at the top of the ramp. Fair play to him. He knew he was going slow, so he decided to get out of the way. These two are battling it, but yeah. Again, just stick with him down here. Not too sure what he's going to do at this corner. And yeah, he skids out. So again, nothing really easy overtake. I can't even call them overtakes. It's just taking advantage of track knowledge, basically, and making sure you're in the right place at the right time and not in the wrong place at the wrong time, and be part of our accident. Because I've seen it happen. I've seen on that very corner we've just gone past now, I won a 50-lap race on the very last lap of that corner, because first place misjudged what a back marker was going to do, and the back marker famously skidded out wide, just like you're seeing that other guy do, and crashed into him, and that allowed me to slip down the inside, drive up the up ramp and take the flag for the race win, which was a really hard race. I think it was back in May that was, last year. I'm pretty sure it was the anniversary, or the Monaco Grand Prix where they paid tribute to Niki Lauda. If you want to know the exact day, it was that day. So I went back and watched the Monaco Grand Prix, and it was brilliant. So yeah, we're just doing some overtakes. There's not really much going on. We try and get a lap in, sort of had a clear one then, about as clear as we're going to get in a first race. Give it a little handshake then, just to know I did catch the time as it flashed up green. And again, if everyone's wondering, it is the timing strapped to my leg. I was just trialling it to see how it works, to see if you can actually see it while you're racing, because you know visibility is quite limited with your helmets on and all that sort of stuff, and there's a lot going on as well. You know, you've got to be paying attention. So, and it only updates every lap. Once it's updated, once you cross the line, you got the whole lap to look at it. You don't have to look at it straight away. It's not a live feed as in it's giving you a doubter, so the car in front or the car behind. It doesn't do that. That's not what its aim is. It's just there purely just to see how was that lap doing. So I had a quick look then on the straight, nice and safe. So I'm trying to go for a lap this time as well. Just getting the tyres warm. Again, looking for that guy behind me. I want to try leave enough gap for them cars in front. I just want the space now. Try and get this lap in. So that's the warm up for the lap done now. the lap starts. You can sort of tell on that top corner at the top of the ramp, it's a flat out corner, you just got to lift slightly to take it. You can tell instantly at the Cov track whether you've warmed your tyres up properly or not just by hitting that corner, because you can't take it on cold tyres how I take it. It just understeers like crazy and you end up hitting the barriers. I've done it a couple of times. It's caught me out after a couple of yellow and red flags in 50 lap races, but again, it's that pressure from second place, you know. You can't just drive slow, otherwise they're going to overtake you. That was a nice easy one then. The guy gave me room, and that's it, that's the end. That was a quick 15 minutes, but it was definitely 15. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. We're going to have the grid member ones up next, hopefully tomorrow. But until then, please like and subscribe. Thank you.